Wanted to show you this. For one thing, the tripod that I actually have in my hand, I'm holding the camera with right now, is from Chet Ragsdale. This thing here is cool as hell. If I had the camera in it, I would show you, but it doesn't like being on with the camera off. It's not calibrated for the weight with the camera being off, but it self-levels and everything and holds the camera. It's a gimbal, and I mean, it's just neater than hell. I've been using it quite a bit. But I wanted to show you, a viewer named Matt Bigham out of Texas, he had emailed me the other day with a code in his tractor. I looked it up, and as soon as I saw the definition of the code, I knew exactly what it was. It was that thermal wax valve and the IVT valve body there in the front up by the filter head that was stuck open, so it was bypassing the oil constantly, which is very common with them. And I told him that's what it is, and I think I sent him a link to one of my videos where I showed changing it in a 6170R, which is similar, almost the same thing, although his is a 7130. Anyways, he fixed his tractor, and all was good. He emailed me back and said thanks, and maybe I'll take you hunting sometime, and that was the end of it, and I thought, oh, that's cool. I'm glad he got his tractor fixed. And well, I was coming home at night, I don't know if it was 3 nights ago, maybe 2 nights ago. And my wife, she says, hey, you're not going to believe this. I said, what's that? She says, there's a snap-on torque wrench from a guy named Matt Bigham. And at first, she's my wife. She's a girly. She don't know what snap-on torque wrench is what, and when I got home and I looked at it, I said, holy shit. What did I do with it? Look at this, guys. Look at this. I can get it open. That's the one I was wanting. I can't thank you enough, Matt. I mean, my gosh, I can't believe that. That's that half-inch drive snap-on torque wrench like I used on the ISX that I was wanting. About brought a tear to my eye. I couldn't believe that. Somebody do that for you, but anyways, I wanted to show you something else too, and this is some of my special tools stuff. That's my Nexic. This is while I'm in here, this is that performance monitor. Remember the 6410, I think it was, I was working on, or 6400? That's for that. This, while we're in here, I'll tell you what these tools are. If you guys have ever done any kind of 3126 Caterpillar work, this is for setting the injectors on a 3126 Caterpillar engine, on a mechanical. I've got the whole tool set. Some of the other tools are actually down in the other toolbox, but it's all mechanical. The newer stuff's got digital dial indicators and stuff on it, and it's a little bit more simplified, but this works just fine. This is the performance monitor for the John Deere and the cable for it. All this stuff here was from a guy named Lyle Sollo. I think it's Sollo. He sent it to me a while back. And look at all this stuff, man. I can't believe. He was working for Caterpillar in the factory at one of the plants, and they were building the final drives, and he was a machinist. And sent me a lot of his machine tools, dial indicator bases. I've got a great big one that I've been using like this down at the shop in McDowell. This is some pretty neat stuff here. What I was going to tell you is this. You're probably wondering what this thing is. If you guys ever done a E4OD transmission, that's for compressing. You put this plate, I built this plate. I put that on that spring. That's kind of like a Belleville spring. And I bolt this to the case and piece of all thread. I just screw it down and compress it and put the snap ring in. I was looking at the tool online or something. I said, shit, I can make that real easy. I don't need to spend that money. Anyway, getting off subject here, but look at all this stuff, guys. I mean, just unbelievable. This stuff's expensive stuff. This is the good stuff, too. depth gauge. Isn't that nice? I've used that a couple times already. Some more dial indicator attachments, magnetic bases. And I'm not real sure, guys, what these are. I'm really not that familiar with this right here. Let me see if we can get it open. What the hell it is he sent me here. Somebody please tell me what this is, because I am not familiar with it. Some kind of measuring device. Is that like some kind of, it measures, travel or something. Somebody tell me what that is so maybe I can put it to use, because I don't really know, to be honest with you. There's quite a few of those in this set. Look at this, man. Isn't that sweet? That is sweet, man. Look at that. Let's see here, what else we got in here in this box. Slide that away, but there's a bunch more of these in there too. Oh, let's get it out here on the floor. I'll show you. There's a bunch of those that I showed you in that red box. Must be for something that you set up on a lathe or something, I'm guessing. And I'm gonna buy a lathe eventually and get it set up. And yeah, just a lot of really nice stuff from Lyle there. Really nice stuff. Can't believe I got something from a guy that used to work at the Caterpillar factory. It's kind of unbelievable. Kind of humbles you a little bit, you know. Anyways, thought you guys would like to see all that stuff. All these people do this stuff for me. It's just unbelievable how nice people are. Well, let's get after this thing. I'm gonna go get some tools. We gotta pry this off of here. Maybe I'll take some more recommendations and heat that a little bit. I was always nervous about heating stuff. Seems like I always fuck something up when I heat it, but get a propane torch and we'll heat that a little bit and see if it'll pop off of there. And then there's the new one right there. And we'll see if we can get it on there. Okay, let's move all the flammable stuff away from it. Quite figured out this Kubota stuff's a little different than what I'm used to. The seal's kind of different. The sleeve's kind of incorporated into the seal. And I got a heel bar here. Idea. Okay. Shut that off. Okay, and here's a seal for it. Right here. See, this seal actually kind of a two-piece type deal. Guy needs to drive that on, or how a guy's supposed to do that. It's another piece of equipment a guy has to figure out that he hasn't worked on that much. Be nice if I could work on the same damn thing twice. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take it over and put it in this cheap little Harbor Freight press I bought. See if we can press it on there. But I gotta readjust my press all the way back up. Where will this be? The valve body I pulled out of the hay squeeze that was hanging up, one of the spools was hanging up. I gotta clean that valve body up and reinstall it today. Hopefully, if everything goes okay. Once we're hung up. Uh-oh. That ain't good. What the hell, huh? How did we do that? This fucker's got a burr on it. Sharp as hell. Wound up doing that, but I think I'm too high anyhow. I see what happened. It got on the wrong side of that channel. Just like that right there. What a piece of shit. Guess that's what happens when you get a $180 press. Okay. That was a royal cluster. Okay, let's see if we can this thing down in here like so. Try to get it up against that metal sleeve maybe. And press it on there. Alright. Probably could have went up one more. I think I still can. I can go up one more notch. I got the other side I'm doing in the field, so I don't have the press. I have to figure out a different way to put it on in the field. This way sure seems to work really, really good. Okay. Well, that ain't working. Okay. The new seal is on. All right. All right, see, and then the lip. See, you got that spring right there. Lips facing that way. The oil's going to be on the side. Okay. I put a new bearing in the hub here. Now there's a spring washer on this side of the bearing. I wanted to get in the book here and make sure that I had that spring washer orientated right. See if we can find that. Front axle. Structure. Steering. Okay. pretty much put most of this all together. I should have just took that whole thing there off. We'll basically put the whole thing together and just slide it back on there when we get back to the tractor. All right, let's see if they show us a breakdown of this hub assembly. I'll show a gear puller there, which I didn't use. I'll show you how I did it, but kind of a caveman way. But where is that piece at? Here's the piece I'm looking at right here. Number 4 is the Belleville spring right there. Okay, tap out front axle 8, front wheel case cover 6. When reassembling, apply grease to front axle oil seal 7. Where do they want the oil or grease at? I guess on the outside diameter, I'm guessing, so it slides into the hub here. Saw the oil seal into the front case cover so that its lip faces inward. Okay, so how about the Belleville spring right here? I put it in the way it was, so I just wanted to double check, but they don't really tell you. Okay, that's really shitty. Thanks. Remove the planetary gear assembly subsystem. Tap out the spring pin 6. No, we're not taking the planetaries apart. Tap out spring pin to apply gear oil to needle bearing 4. Tap in the spring pin. That's not... So they don't tell you. They don't tell you which way it's supposed to be. It was kind of obvious on it because, well, I would show you, but... on this bearing here, I changed this bearing out. This bearing is toast. I don't know if you can see that, how rough it is right there. And then you can spin it and just hear it, and it's just rougher than hell. There's the old one, here's the new one. See how the new one sounds? Spin the old one. It's shot. If you shine a light, take a flashlight and then shine on that inner race of the bearing, that's a good way to check them. And look at that inner race on that bearing where the rollers ride, and you'll see sometimes you won't see a lot of pitting on the rollers, but the inner race will start coming apart, and that's what's happening on this one. I knew I had a problem when I pulled this thing off, and seen the metal in there everywhere, so. Anyways, that metal from that bearing had got down in here where this Belleville spring is, and it had pitted this surface here out real bad. And it was obvious that the pitted surface matched the pitted surface where the Belleville spring was twisting on it, so I put it back in there like it was. So okay, so that'll go in there like that. Damn it, let me get the camera set up here. And they want grease on the outside of that. We've got some trans gel that'll work. We get to go work out in the rain today. Fun times. But if you're bitching about money like I did on that one video a few videos ago, you can't sit at the house. If it's raining or snowing, you gotta get your ass up and go, especially if you ain't got any money. It's like I told the guy the other day, I was talking about going to Colorado or Wyoming to work in the oil field, and that's the shit I couldn't leave if I wanted to. Right now, so basically, this is gonna go over this. That's looking pretty good. Let's see if I had some kind of oil just to get it wet. Would make me feel a little bit better. What the hell's that? Yep, that's 90 weight right there. Gear lube. high performance gear lube. Okay. Okay. Hammer time. I'm a hammer in search of a punch. It's looking pretty good. All right. Looking in the book here, guys, because I'm not real familiar. There's our seal. Got that in there. Got the hub on there. What are they calling that? 6 front wheel case cover. I call it a hub. I don't know. Right. Belleville spring. Got our Belleville spring, our bearing. Now we can put our planetary on here. That's going to go right up against that bearing. It should go right on there. I remember it was pretty tight. There it goes. Okay. I thought there was a snap ring groove there, I was thinking. Yeah, there is a snap ring groove there, so why am I not seeing it? She must not be seated. All right, now she's seated all the way. Okay, so then you got your snap ring right here. Make sure that snap ring seats in that groove real good. Now, you can take this. If you're not familiar with planetaries, okay, these are your planet gears, pinion gears. Just imagine, okay, so you get they call it a planetary set because you're going to have, say, the sun, and everything revolves around it, okay? So you're going to have the planet gears, the sun gear, and the ring gear. This is going to be the sun gear right here. Trying to remember which way that bearing went on there. Okay, so then your sun gear will go on there. All right, so then we got to put our bearing on here, wherever it might have went. Let's put some of that gear lube. This bearing here looked really good, so it's kind of weird how it got one bearing, but it didn't get the other. I'm really glad that it only got the inside bearing, because, or the outside bearing, because they had that one in stock, but they didn't have the other one. And that's going to go like that. Okay. Let me find my punch I just had in my hand. Don't you love it when you set something down and 2 seconds later you can't find it? That's all for that. Okay. All right. Whew. Next thing we'll do is we got to put that shaft back in here. Let me go get my big snap ring pliers. I didn't clean this part up here as good as I should have. I might actually go do that, start the compressor and take the solvent blower out in the service truck. I hear it's pouring rain again out there. This ought to be a fun deal. But that cup is right here. It actually has a seal on it, on the bottom of it. So you want to change that. And that shaft right there, that bearing will go in, that bearing will go up in there like that and go against this other. Well, there's another, I think there's another race in there, there's another washer like that up in there, just like that, if I remember right. But there's a seal right here we need to pop out, and we can go ahead and pop that seal out right now. I like changing that seal too while I'm there. I did a couple of these on some smaller tractors. This is actually the first. Wow. Okay, I might have to pull that. Might have to take that cup out on the end and beat it out from that direction. I don't know. I don't know. Can we get down in here and beat it, and bend it a little bit maybe? And now let me go clean it up a little better. And let me pull the snap ring out. There's a snap ring that holds that cup in from the bottom. And then see if we can go the other way with it. Okay, so we got a big pair of snap ring pliers right here. I grabbed the wrong pair. Yes, I did. Yes, I grabbed the wrong pair. Well, stiff sucker, isn't it? Just leave them on there until we get ready to put it back together, huh? Knock that cup out. Whoa! Sorry about that. Come on there, buddy. Stand up. We're having a hell of a time here. My mag drill's in the way. Alright. There's a seal on the end of that right there. Okay, and also, we will not be putting that one back in there. Clean that recess out really good. Oh, let's look in here. There's a set of splines and a bearing in that. That feels good. I think we'll leave that in there and see if we can get the seal out by another means. I'd really like to change that seal. Let's see if we can pry it out of there. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. She's in there now, I'm telling you. She is in there. I don't want to put this thing all together and that leak on me. How are we going to get that bastard to come out of there? Boy, it'd be nice if I could come in the other way and beat it out through the bottom. Can I? I don't know if that's going to work though. I don't know if I got enough room. It's coming. Alright, there it is. She's out of there. Alright. Clean this up real good. Okay. That's going to be this seal right here. And the oil is going to be on this side, so you want this to go in like this. Okay. That is a little bit different seal that they gave us, but well, not really. Kind of, but not really. Just looking at it is kind of a little bit different. This is a one piece, and they've changed it to kind of like that other seal we put on there. And made like a two-piece design out of it as well. Or the other piece is still stuck on something, I wonder. I bet the other piece is still stuck on something. I bet that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. The other piece is still on the tractor that we got to get off of there. I should have put some grease on there, but look at the other one. Actually, pretty kind of a neat, really kind of a neat seal. Bottom, I'm still out a little bit on the bottom there. Kind of gives you a spot to beat on, you know, that sleeve on there. Make sure I get it the same dimension around as everything else. Yeah, it kind of gives you something to tap on there. Well, I don't know. She ain't really going in there like I want her to. Now she is. I wonder if I can get right on the very edge. Yeah, there we go. That way I'm not screwing up the actual lip. That's what I get scared about. I'm sure somebody's going to chime in how fucked up I am, but that's okay. I probably need to have the special, go get a socket to fit it or something, but the walls are too thick. They'll never fit down between here and this. It'll never work. There's a couple guys on here that like to, they never say anything about, you know, thanks I didn't know that, or didn't know how to do that, or it's always the thing, they find the one thing they did know and they got to tell me that I was wrong, you know, and I see it all the time. They never say about anything about the stuff that they don't know, but the one thing they did know that I didn't quite do exactly right or didn't know how it exactly worked, they got to say something about that. Okay, whatever. Okay. That's together there. Okay, trouble. We got to put this big snap ring and this cup back in. This cup, we probably ought to grease that. So we tap that back in. Make sure this, where's that seating against? That's seating against this, so that's nice and clean. All right, let's take some of this Get her lubed up. I don't know, I've been talking to one of the viewers, contacted me through Messenger and was talking to his brother in Greeley, Colorado, and he was telling me how much work and heavy equipment and trucks there was up there, and I don't know, guys. It's a big decision. I mean, golly, you spend years trying to establish yourself somewhere, and I mean, you hope you go up there and you don't starve to death because nobody knows who you are. I mean, makes me nervous as hell. I got a family, you know. I got a family, and I got a house to pay for. I got vehicles to pay for. It's just a big thing. It ain't some easy thing. You just jump in and go do it. Let's see if we can get out here. I don't think I'm far enough in. Let's go like this maybe, huh? So we don't screw that up. There we go. That's looking good now. Like they always say, you know, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. I don't know. And then I went down to Reading here this morning, and the kid that manages that Les Schwab store, he's from Burns, Oregon, and they moved him to Reading, and me and him got to bullshitting. You know, we're both kind of, you know, he's an Oregon boy, and I was telling him how screwed up things get, and he said the same thing, that he said exactly the same. He said, I've been working for Schwab for like 19 or 20 years. He says, I'm about ready to tell him that I don't want to be on the West Coast, period, anymore. So that's kind of where he's at. So I'm not the only one, I guess. There's a lot of us out there that are just real tired of this crap, you know? Okay, that actually seated right up. Okay, let's flip it over. Big O-ring right here. They had some kind, I don't know if that's paint, isn't it? Yeah, that's paint. I thought they had some kind of sealant on there, but it's paint when they painted it at the factory. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Maybe it is some kind of rubber. I don't know. There's an O-ring on there. I don't really know why you need. Well, we'll read the book. If there's silicone on there, we might silicone it. Okay. I got new O-ring somewhere. Should be two of these. Okay. So there's our O-ring. I guess we'll read in the book and see if they want us to put some kind of sealant on here. I think I got a tube anaerobic sealer in the pickup, but okay, are they saying anything about that? Not really, huh? Tap out axle. Front wheel case, remove the front wheel case cover from the front wheel. Okay. When reassembling, apply grease to the front wheel case DX bushing 2, which would be this. I'm thinking, right? DX bushing 2, where is that at? Yeah, that's that bushing in there. Install the seal front case fit plate face inward. Install the Internal snap ring 8 as shown. Figure left side. So that align the gap of internal snap ring 8. No, I didn't even take that one out. Okay, pass hole, apply gear oil to cap. Move the bevel gear with a puller. So they don't say anything about, they don't say nothing about sealant on this surface right here, but you can tell that they had some on there. So I wonder if they're putting it on there at the factory to double up on the leak on it to make sure it doesn't leak. I'm gonna go get a tube anaerobic sealer is what I'm gonna do, and put it back together. One right there where my finger is. The other one's gonna be 180 out from that. Right there. Let's go like this right here. Let's try her again. And this time I'm going to pick it up from this. What the hell was that? What was that? Gear. Okay. Where is that other scratch at? Dude, I think we're there now. We are there. End up prying it back apart anyway when I get there. Because I'm going to put some of that sealer on it and then bolt it together. I don't want it to leak on me, so hopefully we get out there. It ain't pouring rain. We got to get it together. I told them 2 days, so I'm going to stand by what I said. Well, guys, I guess we're going to be licensed in that service truck center than we thought. I got something going on, major engine trouble here now. I quit me on the state line there, lost all power, and I coasted into here to get off the road. And I got my, stopped and got out, and got my scanner, hooked it up. Anyway, went to start it again, and God damn it, I lost a head gasket. That's what happened. I lost the head gasket, son of a bitch. Well, I'm probably going to be illegal, and I'm probably going to go drag this son of a bitch back to the house, and we're going to probably just start swapping tools over. And if I get pulled over, I get pulled over. I'll just go buy, nah, I know what I'll do. I'll just go buy a trip permit to run right now. I got to run. I mean, I can't, you son of a bitch, you. Well, I'll tell you what, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? When it rains, it pours. But I finally got it started. When I got the scanner out, it was seized up, and there's antifreeze coming out of number. Where is that antifreeze? Why would it be coming? Hear the water running into the manifold? You can hear it. Must have blew a head gasket. Yeah, because it's coming right out of number 8 hole. And that's why it was acting like it was seized. It flooded that cylinder with coolant. Kind of afraid to, I bet there's water all over the top of the piston. I bet it's, I got the pressure off the coolant system. She's knocking, man. That water? It's either water or fuel. I'm pretty sure it's head gasket. Wow. Let's just shut her down. We'll get her drugged back to the house. Got good oil pressure. Let's look at this again here. Must have lost a head gasket in it. That's antifreeze. Coming out of number 8 hole. Yeah, I must have lost a head gasket on this side. Well, shit. All right, guys. Well, that'll be the end of this video. We gotta make a game plan now. See what the hell we're gonna do. Gotta make a living. Either I gotta get the head off this thing and fix it in a hurry. I got jobs I gotta do. All right.